So we're basically just driving through this village. There's some babushkas standing on the side of the road. There's families kind of just, out and about. And we're asking, do you need anything? Do you need bread? Would you like some Easter cake? Is there anything you need? So, dobry dzień. Okay. Happy Easter. Take care. So, just taking care of families and whoever we can. Like, imagine these people living here. They don't have much. They don't have access to much either. So let's get back in the car. So hi.
Hi.
Where are you from?
We're Kyiv citizens.
And you came to and the school? What are you doing here?
We're cleaning school after orcs.
The Russian orcs, the Russian soldiers
Yeah,
came.
orcs.
And
We call them orcs or Bottlestan.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Bottlestan?
were
Bottlestan.
what
Yeah,
was
like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Bottlestan.
what were the Russians doing in the school?
They were sitting here, afraid of our army,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
peeing on the everywhere.
Yeah. And the school is normally for what like a middle, like what age?
That's elementary, middle school.
Okay.
And the Russians
Yeah.
were living in the school.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why we see the MREs and stuff.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that these were not expired, but many of them probably were, right?
This is orc food.
Yeah, from till 23rd.
But knowing the Russians, maybe they just changed the date.
But anyway,
Yeah. But I'm happy they're out of the city now. What is the name of this town?
Hostomel.
So I noticed that in the news we always hear about like Bucha and Irpin, but we never
Yeah.
hear about Hostomel. Why?
Yeah. I'm not sure actually, because everything what you have seen in Irpin or Bucha, everything was happening here.
I seen it. We drove by. We saw so many damaged buildings.
Yeah, that was maybe a wave, I think.
Yeah.
Like our president were visiting Bucha and Irpin. So after that, every press were there, but nobody heard about Hostomel. So we decided to do our best to clean it up and help to the people.
Well, дякую. Thank you for your
You're
service.
welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Слава Україні.
Героям слава.
Хліба свіжого вам дав до пасочки.
So even though the media, really had put a big focus on a couple big cities, or big names at least, Irpin, Bucha, Mariupol, there's so many other towns, villages, and cities that have been equally destroyed, and people are suffering. So even though it's good to help and donate to those cities and volunteer in those cities, one of the reasons why I wanted to come to Ukraine and to come to this area is see for myself and talk to the locals and figure out where can we direct help, how can we best serve the community of Ukrainians. And you can see, there's people suffering everywhere. They need help. So I'm glad we're here today. Yeah. Yes, Liam.
Yeah.
You're living here.
One people, two people,
Uh-huh.
3 people. Awake to this.
Okay. Good luck, Slava Ukraine.
So good.
Hello. How are you?
для вас, що є пенсіонери.
Вон еще.
Є ще, так? Да? Я туди підійду до вас. Туди
Не, я буханку дайте и все.
Дайте ще, чорний біс, дай.
Да.
Yeah. This guy looks like he's been through a lot in life, especially these last 2 months.
А щось дали? Світло включили чи ні? Ой, чудово. А вода?
Yes.
The bread factory
Uh-huh.
that we've been to,
Uh-huh.
he's able to get half of the ton of bread per day.
Half a ton? That's a lot. That's what?
О, сейчас
1,000 pounds. 1,000.
Wow.
Поначалу я там 2 тонны в день я выбирал.
At first, he
Хлеба, да.
got like 2 tons per day to deliver to more places. Now he has like limit half of the ton.
Okay.
To 1,000 pounds.
What?
That's a lot of weight.
У людей-то они ж позабирали в погребах вообще все, не было ничего. Ну, то есть люди начали умирать от холода и от голода.
People even start starving and dying from hunger and stuff like this. So everything what they had, their personal stock of potato and stuff was taken by Russian soldiers.
The Russians stole all the food.
Yeah.
Я только что задал вопрос, уже есть. Свет есть, газ есть в некоторых домах,
They already
воды
have
еще нету.
electricity, gas. Not everywhere they have water yet, but they actively working on it.
But they were missing it for a long time.
Вот,
longest
готовят
time, yeah.
кушать. Вот здесь в данный момент сейчас.
Smoke on top of this building. Why is this church on fire? Why? Oh my god.
Here, civilian cars were also shushed.
So Vlad, where are we going now?
I don't know the exact place, but it's some small village where humanitarian aid can barely reach them.
Oh my gosh. So so the Chechens were here, like literally in the spot where we are.
Yeah, so the Chechens are just bullies that only want to fight when they outnumber you.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we're gonna take a little lunch break. It's like like our dacha almost. This is like perfectly, like the perfect scenario. We stopped for a quick lunch, and our lunch is basically one of the loaves of the bread. Don't worry, we have 500 more to give away. But with little sausages, yeah, this is the life. I'm doing this for one day or a couple days. They've been doing this every day since the war started. So really, hats off to these guys. So especially in these little villages and towns, supermarkets and a lot of the actual grocery stores are completely shut. So the only way to buy food is through nice babushkas like this. So somebody wants to buy, food to eat. There's salt, eggs, cooking oil, kind of the basics to live, a little bit of meat, some sauces, milk, and luckily they also have fresh vegetables. They probably all come from farms nearby.
Let's go. Возить людей, но так как они последние.
All right, so now we're in this small village just outside of Yanukovych's old hunting ground. And there's only 15 people living here left. So with only 15 people, you can tell why it's hard for them to get any help from anyone. So we're gonna give them a box of Easter cakes.
Объясни в ту коробку пусту, хліба положи. От, 20 чорного, 20 батон. Ось туди на лавочку. Дивіться, дівчата, це паски, це свіжі. Отаке. Тільки скажіть, скільки душ людей, щоб я розумів, скільки нам лишити пасок. Так. Порахуйте, і зараз хліб.
Wow, we're gonna give them a whole big box of bread. Basically, they're gonna feed this whole village. There's no other, I mean, there's no supermarkets or anything here. Oh. Can you ask them, like, where do they get food normally? Are there any supermarkets or anything open?
Обычно еду привозят к вам?
Було помощі. Да, днів 3 назад, не 4 було, да, гуманітарка.
Пару днів привозят, да?
Днів 4 назад було, да, привозили.
Що привозять?
Консерви, да, і це, консерви, консервацію.
А хліба за весь час не проводили?
Ні, привозили.
Like 3-4 days ago, they got some humanitarian aid, but that's it. No stores, nothing.
Wow.
They probably have their own.
Well or something, yeah, rainwater, but that's hard, yeah. Wow, more bread. So there's 15 people living here, or
Approximately 15, but they said give us some extra,
just in case.
yeah, if somebody will be here.
Okay.
Plus, they want some for soldiers who are here also.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Smashnogo. Enjoy.
Дякую, дякую.
Yeah, будь ласка.
Сполучені Штати.
Я американець. Hello.
І моя дружина з Нідерландів.
Yes, but no, Slava Ukraine. Это много лет, да? О. Що?
Все, да, дякую вам. Дякуємо, наступаючим з нами, там, здоров'я, і миру.
So nearby one of these villages is an old military museum. A few months ago, this would have been kind of cool, seeing something from the last war, which is 1944, 1951. But now when we talk about the last war, we're talking about 2022. It's crazy, right? So are any of these tanks the ones that are being used now in the war?
Yes, the Russians use something like this.
Wow.
But Ukraine also. We have the
T-64, yeah.
They have T-90, T-64. They're more or less the same.
You built them to
That's
87,
crazy.
so they're still out.
Yeah. So I was really hoping to see some of the burned tanks on the side of the road during the drive, but I was saying that they wanted to clear it because it's literally just rotting garbage or rusting garbage on the side of the road. So most of that was cleared up from the side of the roads already. But I will find one and I will pee on you before I leave. That's my goal. Maybe not this one though. This is a museum piece. It's crazy seeing like soldiers in a museum that it was from what 1950s,
Yeah.
and now this is happening again
Yeah.
Everything
with some of the same equipment. How crazy is that,
that's
right?
same
Russians still use this old equipment. They just just put it somewhere just to save it. They want to use new weapon, but since a lot of new tanks and everything is destroyed, they actually start using this old
They start
Soviet
using the
crap.
old stuff again.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
This is a memorial to all the people in the village here who died from 1941 to 1945 in the Second World War.
Yeah, it's crazy. We'll have to build a lot more of these.
And now-
2022.
Now it's 2022 in the same little village. He's going through it again.
Yeah.
This memorial, there's a lot of names written for people who died.
Uh-huh.
Like you can walk up there and on those alloys there's a lot of names written, and those are probably like grandparents or great grandparents of people who are fighting right now, dying because of these like terrible machines, right? And it's just so surreal because my whole life everyone has always been, every year, let this never happen again. Think about all those old people that have like great grandparents that have died, of people that I even know, right? that have fought against the Germans, and that's literally happening again
And don't forget
as we stand here.
that those people and those people from Russian side who came to us to kill us, those are kids of those guys, grandkids of those guys. This connection is just crazy, right? When you think about this.
Yeah, because they're
It was Red
literally
Army.
one.
They
Yeah.
were all together, and now they are killing their colleagues, kids and grandkids of their colleagues.
All right, so we drove by this village that normally has a couple hundred people living here, and they all left. So this is a completely abandoned village now because of the war. And what's really sad is, like, people in in the immediate danger zones, I understand 100% why they left. People in Kyiv, I understand why they left, but it's a lot easier to leave your apartment in a big city like Kyiv than it is to leave your home, to leave your garden, your pets, your family, your everybody. It's so hard to explain, but for a Ukrainian person living in a village to leave their land and their home takes a lot. And the fact that they all left, it's really sad, it's really scary. So I just realized how crazy this is, and maybe I just thought of the title of this video. It's literally delivering bread with soldiers, and it's crazy that this is necessary nowadays. Like, I mean, first off, for the last 2 months, it hasn't been safe to even deliver bread, so these guys took it up. And maybe you can argue that today, because most of the Russian soldiers are on the east, that it's relatively safe enough where you no longer need, armed personnel to go into these villages to deliver the food. But at the same time, it's like, it's not safe, because as long as Russia's at war, the troops can come back any day. They might be hiding somewhere. We're so remote that if they aren't armed, if they're not protecting themselves, if they're not protecting the village, who knows what Putin and Russian soldiers are going to do next. So every village has armed personnel, armed soldiers. This village is just them now. All the citizens of this village have fled. It's sad, but the soldiers still need to get fed.
So one reason why these people all need food, these are all volunteers. All these soldiers you see behind me, they're called the territorial defense. So these guys are they have normal jobs. It could be you, me, anyone. And they volunteered, and it's like Johnny mentioned, all the citizens, or normal people who lived here were forced to leave, and now all these guys are here, and that's why they're
Actually, a lot of them are from here.
Are from here. Well, they're like normal people that are now soldiers and fighting because of this crazy war. And the normal people, women, children, if you notice, you see the one woman who's I guess kind of quote mayor of the city, or whatever you want to call it,
The town, yeah.
but the rest, if you notice, the kids and the women are gone.
Yeah.
So it's all men fighting.
Fucking blind, guys. Fucking shit. Look at this. These are markets. These are people live here, man. And look how look what Russia did to this. For what? This definitely isn't. This isn't like a military place. This is like people just living here. There's like little shops and stuff. It's all destroyed now. People's homes, like private civilian homes. Yeah, they're all boarded up on the side. People are living here. Добрый день.
Вы местные? Вы отсюда? Да, здесь проживаете сейчас? Да. Как ситуация здесь с гуманитаркой, скажите, что привозят?
Ми не знаємо, ми вчора тільки вернулися.
Ваши квартиры как? Дома? Наша, слава Богу, стало в порядке, да? Слава Богу. Ну, свет восстанавливают уже потихоньку, Пересидели где-то, да? Все это время.
Да, вот this still сидит.
А я тут был. Да.
Uh,
Тут совсем плохо было.
Живий, здоровий, нормально.
so they're from this area.
They're from this area. Those two, they just came back from Odessa
Uh-huh.
direction, and this guy, he always was here.
Wow. Why did Russia destroy this? Like, почему Russia fucking blend this? Like, you know, зачем, man? Like what is why?
Зачем вы думаете, они вот дома и квартиры разрушили?
Ми попали сюди, снаряд прийшов.
Это один снаряд прилетел?
Тут.
Just one missile got in here, and you can see what it. Only one missile.
Yeah. Wow.
Road. This road?
One road.
Wow.
One снаряд.
And but why here? Is it like a military base or was it just people living here?
Здесь где-то база какая-то, что-то?
Like this building, is it like a residential building? Like это квартира нормально человек, да?
Квартиры обычные, правильно? Здесь люди простые
And all
проживают.
these people.
Магазини, м'ясо, магазин. Там
Basic
магазин.
stores,
Butcher
nothing.
shop, like little corner store, like little market.
There was nothing military related whatsoever. Nobody knows, nobody understands why they shoot normal civilians.
Fuck. Sorry. Fuck Putin.
Спасибо вам, ребята.
Дякую. Yeah. One missile did all this damage. All this damage. Like, look at this, guys. Look at this destroyed building. Like, these are real people. These are real, just everyday civilian people. They're like literally waiting at a bus stop, going to work, going home. It's sad, man. Like, it's really sad. But Kyiv, and how did you get here?
Маршрутка.
Маршрутка здесь. Oh my god, это очень далеко.
Очень далеко.
Блин, извините.
На велосипеде
Да, есть велосипед, да.
площадь Шевченко.
А, да?
Ай,
Сколько километров? Shit, блин, извини. Потом слава. Fuck. These guys, because none of the grocery stores, none of the markets work. They had to go all the way to the center of Kyiv, which is like, I don't know, it's like a 30-minute drive from here. So on a bicycle, it's like an hour. They're really far just to get food. At least he's like, thank God I have a bicycle. They gave up waiting for the bus. It was too long, so they're gonna walk back. Look, that's the grocery store. Destroyed, closed. Everything's closed. So Cynthia and Vadim have been bringing groceries to people who can't get it. Like, it's insane that these guys had to go all the way to Kyiv by bicycle, which is like 30 miles away or something insane.
Yeah, that's really insane.
Because nothing's open and all the food was taken.
And then you want to buy ahead, but maybe people don't have the money to buy ahead, right? Usually they just go to their corner store,
Yeah.
they buy for a couple of days some fresh stuff because it's not that expensive, especially not in a village like this, right? But now they have to suddenly buy things in cans from Kyiv and
Льов,
take
остане
it
тут,
back by
почекайте,
bike.
я
I mean,
перевезу через
that's
міст і
just-
вернуся, показую.
It's insane.
Field.
I mean, look at the trees.
Okay, yeah.
So what looks like a lake now was a field. So
От,
in order to prevent the Russian tanks,
Это уже
they destroyed the
немножко
bridge and they
сделано,
flooded the
это
field.
уже сделали, потому что я ездил еще 3 недели назад,
Вау.
такой был весь. А здесь у нас,
crazy.
смотри, где-то,
The bridge
вот, это уже
and cover
сделали.
all field around with water,
А мы
so
еще
they cannot
ездили сюда.
go around the bridge.
Вот, временный мост стоял, мы сюда.
Look, this is this temporary bridge that they put.
The Russians. So the Ukrainians afterwards to get people out.
Yeah.
Wow. This is not a lake. This is a field. Wow. So now we're gonna try to over this pontoon bridge, this temporary bridge.
Обычно, когда я езжу сюда, я делаю оранжевый прекрасный автомобиль, я его поднимаю.
Maybe we'll walk.
Вот.
I'll walk. I'll walk. Because if I fall in the water, I can swim.
If we go down, we all go down.
I'm quite comfortable walking.
Мы можем
Let's try.
Понтонный
driving across this destroyed bridge on the pontoon. Oh,
I would have rather walked.
we did it. We made it. It was safe. Whew.
I don't know about you, Johnny. Let's not do that twice.
Alright, but the reason, so if anyone's wondering how Kyiv was able to defend itself and how the Russians were never able to get into the Kyiv center itself, besides a couple bombs here and there, it was because the Ukrainian military was smart enough to defend, destroy the bridges, flood the fields, and have these tactics to keep them out. So they're brave and they're smart, and it worked. So thank God that, and thank the Ukrainian soldiers that the Russians, tanks and soldiers never made it to the center of Kyiv.
It's great. I mean, who would ever guess that this is a field where that looks? It looks like a lake.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a lake until then you see the telephone poles and realize there's 20, 30 feet of water that has flooded a field so that the Russians can't go around us.
Yeah, and it worked.
It's great tactics. So obviously it works.
Red factory?
Yes.
Oh,
You
they destroyed cars, yeah.
This guy is the one guy that they coordinate this water thing.
Him and the priest.
Yeah, with priest.
Roman and the priest, wow.
And the priest?
No, not with priest himself.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Another guy who
the
came
guy
with
that
priest.
came and brought the priest.
Priests are powerful, but not as much.
So here are just civilian cars. These are just normal people. And it's starting to rust now because it's been raining, but this is just from a few weeks ago or a month ago, the last 2 months since the war started. You can see they were all on fire because the rubber all burnt out. That's insane.
They don't look like military targets, do they?
No. They were probably
just escape.
Yeah. I'm sure they were just pushed to the side of the road to get off the main road. Look, bullet holes.
You can see these are bullet holes. They shot at the people.
Yeah, they shot at the passenger.
They shot at the passenger.
And you know what this says?
What?
You know what that says?
No.
In Russian,
What does
it
it say?
says "deity." It means children.
Children. So they shot at. This car was carrying kids, and the Russians, you can see.
It was a civilian. Most likely, it was a civilian trying to escape the war.
They shot.
They
at,
wrote.
Because if you look here, Johnny, you can see the bullets. You can see the entry points.
They're downwards to
Down.
somebody who was under 5'2", 5 foot tall.
Four bullets.
That's
entry
crazy.
Coming straight in.
Like they might have been shooting at a kid. Look at this.
Yeah. There's a
There's
kid.
baby toys in the back.
Baby toys in the back.
Like
I mean, you can see that they're
juice
obviously-
or
Yeah, there's a
tomato sauce, food. That's crazy.
Somebody was trying to drive.
Look,
over.
like this.
And they had it on the side even. Look, Johnny. They had it on the side. They probably had another
Yeah.
sign on the side trying to
Let's-
let them know. COVID mask. You can see the bullet through the entry.
Well, what's crazy is look, this guy's credit cards are still here. Oh, it's a little children's painting. How insane is this? Look at this. The kid's painting is like a drawing is in there. Let me show these guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can't get into this much broken glass, but look, this is a little kid's painting.
What they shot.
All right,
Those cars in this
this is just like this is a civilian car, guys. All right,
Such pieces make those holes.
how insane is that? All right,
It goes with.
like that's their. This is a normal person. That's their credit card.
Johnny, look at this. What he's got. You can
What
see
are those?
Those are pieces from the
Pieces pieces of shrapnel.
Wow, that dropped
Shrapnel.
down.
Such pieces make those holes there. See?
That's crazy in the wall.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
That's how heavy that is. Such a tiny piece, right?
So this is a part of the bomb that
Yeah.
breaks off,
Yeah.
and this basically just flies.
Like 900 kilometers per hour or more.
Yeah, it's like basically they're bullets. I mean, they're big. They're bullets.
They are super sharp, and also
Uh-huh.
there have been many stories of even kids who had their full legs filled with
Oh my
shrapnel
God.
with pieces, right?
can
And they
see
can
it.
be as
Look.
big as these.
Yeah.
Look, somebody who died when it covered their name. This person obviously died in with this car.
It's crazy, right?
Wanna take souvenirs?
No, no, no.
No souvenirs from Russia?
What's up?
Fuck those guys. It's so crazy. This was on fire. So this was definitely burned out. So this was shot at and burned. It's insane. Here's some of the cats that are surviving, barely probably, but oh man.
Oh, he's purring. He's purring.
Meow. Meow.
You know what?
Oh my god. Hold on.
These bullets hit somebody.
Yeah?
Look at the entry point. It's going straight in. High on the seat. So the bullet, watch at this entry point here.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing on the seat.
The seat, yeah.
So it obviously hit
Wow.
whatever was here. If you look at the target angle,
Yeah.
they hit whoever. If they hit
It's
whatever.
insane.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It still breaks my heart thinking back on all the people I've met and all the houses I've seen, all the devastation. Honestly, before I went here back to Ukraine physically in person, I saw all this on the news. You know, maybe not all of it, but I saw a lot on the news, on TV, on the media. But it's different. It's very different when you're there and you actually look into these people's eyes or shake their hand. You see their houses, you know, it's like, it's hard to imagine, but it's real. It is 100% real. And it's so bad that like there were scenes I couldn't show, I had to cut out of the video because it would just get, you know, it would violate the policies here. And some of the stories I've heard from these people firsthand, like what they witnessed, it's so sad. And you know, when I first heard, you know, Ukrainians calling the Russian soldiers orcs, I was like, oh, you know, that's kind of, you know, dehumanizing, right? But what they've done in these cities and to the people, they're not human. And this is why this war needs to end. There cannot be another month, another year of, you know, of people being trapped in their homes by Russian soldiers, you know, and it's like, it breaks my heart. It's insane to me reading comments from the other side. You know, most of them are either just, you know, Russian bots or propagandists, but what really hurts me is knowing that there's some actual people, you know. Most likely people have definitely never been to Ukraine or Russia, you know, but they have their opinion that they've read online somewhere on some, you know, propagandist, you know, forum, you know, through some like alternative media or or some stupid place, you know, like, and they form their opinion. They're like, oh, well, maybe Ukrainians, you know, Ukraine deserved to get invaded, or NATO, you know, did this. And the thing is, even if that is a possible discussion point, and these are all things that can be discussed in peace times, right now, this war needs to end. Like, Russia took it way too far, you know, like way too far. If Russia was upset because of NATO or because of, you know, policies or, you know, anything, and they wanted to flex, you know, they wanted to, you know, do something to get attention, that's when this could have been a discussion. But the day that Russian forces started bombing civilians and killing civilians, that's when those talks ended. And now all we can do is try to help the people who are stuck in the middle of this while trying to do whatever we can to try to keep attention on our governments to send more defense so we can, you know, we can hopefully end this war. So, big thank you to everybody who, you know, has been helping, who has been sharing these videos, who have been leaving positive comments. Huge thank you to Vladimir and Cynthia for their continued help, as well as Roman and the foundation, the volunteer foundation. It's amazing work that they're doing now, but especially these last 2 months when it was so dangerous to go to these areas. So you've seen in these videos how much they've been helping, and I want to help continue supporting them so they can help more. So if you want to donate to them directly, the links are below. You can also donate to the GoFundMe, which I cannot believe is over $20,000 already, and as you can see, the money goes directly to the people who need it the most, the people who are in these affected areas that don't get any media attention. I know, it wasn't Zelensky's fault he couldn't go to every single city. But the media will pick up the ones that get talked about. So, as bad as Irpin and Bucha is, there's places like, Hostomel, that are just as bad. And there's so many places like this that you don't really hear about. So while I'm here in Ukraine, my goal is to uncover these places that really need help and make sure that they get their attention that they deserve and the help that they need. So thank you for supporting, and thank you for being with this journey to help in whatever way we can, guys. Love Ukraine.